Good morning, my little nerds. I am Dr. Shereene Idriss, and I am hot. I don't know. Maybe I should take off the sweater. I'm going to take off the sweater. I made myself hot wearing this sweater, and I got dressed for you. But I am Dr. Shereene Idriss, a cosmetic dermatologist based in New York City, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Now that we've gotten the formalities out of the way, what are we doing today? Today, my little nerds, I'm going to give you guys a gift. For the gift that keeps on giving. It is holiday season. My favorite time of year is now, November and December. And if I could honestly have a Christmas tree up all year, I probably would. But last year, I actually kicked off my YouTube channel when I was sick with the pandemic virus. And I was a little bit late to the game when it came to sales that are present for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But not this year. This year, I come prepared. And I'm going to do a breakdown of what I recommend from the Dermstore Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday sale for all of you. I think you guys are up to you get up to 30% off. And it's going to kick off on November 22nd. That's what it did last year for the VIP ones and the loyalty members, and then November 24th for everyone else. But fret not if you do not have the patience to watch this full video from beginning till end, which honestly, I don't blame you. I have two kids who are probably going to start banging on the door outside at any minute. I'm going to link below all of the products so you guys can just click and buy and get your discount that you so deservedly deserve on your skincare products. And as a special treat, I'm going to move the camera and we are going to go into the Pillow Talk Derm library where I have access to a lot of these products. So for those wondering, the Pillow Talk Derm library is a library of products that I have amassed over the years. And does that mean that I use every single product? No. I have at one point or another in my life tried them out for a few weeks. Do I know that they are past their expiration date? A lot of them, yes, I know. And will I use them on my face? No, I will not. But I have this library because it allows me to have a very good catalog of what is available, and it reminds me when I physically see things of what I like and what I didn't like, and it also allows me for not to rebuy things, and so it gives me a lot of product content as a resource for my brain when it comes to product development, when it comes to talking about products, and when it comes to just remembering what I like and what I do not like. So before you go ahead and judge, some may call it a hoarder, others may call it type A organizational. But honestly, I don't really care what you think because I think this is going to benefit everybody. So let's go into the library. All right, we're going to do a little walkthrough. Okay, you guys see my little desk and my computer. And we are in my library. Okay, I just got a couch that I put in here, a day bed. And I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put you on the floor. I'm going to put you on the floor because that's the worst angle in the world. Who cares about the lighting? Because you guys are here to see the product. And I've typed them out. I've made a list and made it nice and made it clear for all of you. So let's jump in. Starting with chemical exfoliants. Now, word to the wise, when it comes to chemical exfoliants, we utilize chemical exfoliants at night. We don't use them in the morning. It's sort of my rule of thumb. I don't believe in exfoliating your skin before you go out for the day because quite frankly, you don't want to be more sun sensitive as you're out and about. So you exfoliate at night after washing your face and getting your makeup off. And you don't do it every single night. You try to do it on average, maybe 3, maybe 4 times a week at night. Okay, depending on the strength of your chemical exfoliant. I'm going to start with Kate Somerville. This is her Exfolicate chemical exfoliant. I don't have the actual prices. But you know what I'm going to do? As I talk about each product, I'm going to put in the regular price in here and then just kind of add 30% off. So this is the Kate Somerville Exfolicate. It does smell a little bit like pumpkins. It has a very thick texture and consistency, and it is a little grainy. Am I nervous about the graininess of this particular product? No, because it is extremely, extremely fine. I will say though, if you have very sensitive skin, you might want to be careful because it has a lot of essential oils in it. It has lactic acid, salicylic acid. It is good for people who are looking to brighten, but who also have oily skin or active acne. Then we are going to talk about Paula's Choice 2% BHA exfoliant. It comes in one of these droppers. It has the stopper on the top where you basically just drop away. It does not smell like anything at all. This is also excellent if you have active acne or oily skin because it is salicylic acid. I try not to use this every single day, but if you're super oily or if you have acne, this might be beneficial for you. Counterintuitively, when you guys exfoliate morning and night, twice a day, every day, you might become oilier because your body thinks it is stripped of its natural oils. So then it starts to overproduce oils. So I would take it a step back. And then last but not least, Dr. Dennis Gross, his alpha beta peels. And I have them. Where are they? I definitely had them here and I don't know where I put them. I can't find them, but Dr. Dennis Groth's Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peels, I don't use them every day. These are ones that I actually buy for when I'm on the go, when I'm traveling, and that is now a thing that is picking up again because they're easy to put in your travel pouch and you're not worried about any sort of spillage. So those are the ones when I actually use them, but they are very nice and I'd probably use them on average 3 to 4 times a week again. And then we have La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay down here. This is their glycolic B5 serum, which is part of the chemical exfoliants, somewhat like the Allies of Skin that I mentioned. If you're going to be using a glycolic acid, you do not need to use this serum on top of it. Pick one or the other because it's the same ingredient at the base. One is in a serum format, one can be in a toner format. But this is glycolic acid. It smells a little strong, but La Roche-Posay is one of those brands that I really do stand by. I think that they are great. I've never been sponsored by them. This video is not sponsored at all by anyone. So just kind of giving you guys my 2 cents. On now to serums. And serums, we're going to talk a lot about SkinCeuticals because these babies are expensive and this is a good time for you guys to actually take advantage of a sale. So starting with their classic Vitamin C Ferulic, which is this one. It usually does not come with a pump at the top. It comes with a classic dropper. But if you've been following along for a while, you know that I really do not care for droppers. I find them to be annoying to use, but also wasteful because it allows for a lot of oxygen, light infiltration, etc. into your product, especially in something that is so sensitive. So I prefer a pump. I wish they had just done it as a pump from the get-go, but psychologically people like to feel like chemists, and so droppers sell more than pumps, if you're ever wondering. But I got this one from Nyad. FYI, as you can see, it is quite orange because this one had been open. I don't use this anymore, but I use this to show as a demonstration of how you can replace your dropper with a pump. So this one is 15%. If you have a lot of acne or oily skin, it's probably not the first one I would recommend. Instead, I would tell you to get the SkinCeuticals Fluoretin CF serum. It is better geared. It's only 10%. There's also no hyaluronic acid in it. But if you're somebody like me who does not like the droppers at all, they have a Fluoretin CF gel, which comes automatically in a pump. So it has not been open or exposed to air. And it is in a metal opaque container. And I think the longevity of this product far surpasses the other two. So I will show you guys the texture, but this is sort of what it looks like. And it goes on very evenly, very smoothly. It does have a scent, like all vitamin C's, they have a scent. And then last but not least, Discoloration Defense by SkinCeuticals. This is their tranexamic acid if you are somebody who has melasma. Melasma is one of those things that you just need to combat from every angle. I would throw on some topical tranexamic acid if you have no chance to see your dermatologist to get on an oral prescription, or if you're not a candidate for an oral prescription. But tranexamic acid helps with discoloration, and it is one of those things that I add on to my morning and PM routine as well. Again, it is a dropper, not my favorite. So those are probably my top SkinCeutical serums. I have one which I've never opened and you would be shocked to know which one it is, but it's their HA intensifier. I do not use a hyaluronic acid serum at all, ever, because HA is in everything. And every video I have, I'm going to take a chance to take a dig at hyaluronic acid. So boom. Now let us go to Sunday Riley. Sunday Riley is way over there, but I have pulled their product on their shelf right here. And this is their CEO Brightening Serum. It is vitamin C. It is 15% tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, which is better geared towards those who have sensitive skin and who don't want to use ascorbic acid. It is an extremely runny, lightweight serum, opaque in nature. The texture is beautiful and it does not feel greasy at all. This is one that I do recommend you guys trying if you have sensitive skin and you want to jump on the vitamin C game, try this one by Sunday Riley. It is very nice. And then I have Skin Medica. I don't have them here. There is Lightera 2.0, which is a bigger version of the Discoloration Defense, and it's a creamier version, so it's not as liquidy and less tacky overall. And then there is their TNS serum, which has all of the human growth factors in them to help giving you fetus-like skin. I will say that it smells like ASS, and it is a little bit odd in texture, but one of those things that you really, if you're searching for that fountain to help with your skin, I would say, and you can't tolerate a retinol, it might be worthwhile trying out. Now we are going to go into retinols. So Avène has a bunch of retinols behind you. They have their RETINOL 0.1 intensive cream, which is this guy, which is a beginner and you want to try something, you guys can try this baby. If you're very sensitive, buffer it with a moisturizer first, and just be careful where you use it. I cannot use any retinol around my mouth area because I will shed like a snake. But we have one by Avène. First Aid Beauty also has their Fab retinol, which is this one right here. First Aid Beauty has their retinol serum at 0.25% pure concentrate. This is also a great beginner level. I like it because it is actually 0.25%, and it is very, very clear to understand. It is a pure retinol. So I would give this one also a chance. I think the other one is actually a little bit lighter and easier to tolerate than the First Aid Beauty one. And then SkinCeuticals. SkinCeuticals has a bunch of retinols, which I do not have here on hand, but they come at 0.3, 0.5, and 1.0. I hear from patients though that they are strong, so start low. When it comes to the retinol game, consistency over intensity. Always start low and try to use it regularly. That is the name of the game. Then we go into eye creams. Do we really need a specific eye cream? Yes, you can splurge and go buy a Clé de Peau eye cream for $300, for sure. Or you can gift that because Lord knows I'm not going to buy it for myself. However, if you're looking for an eye cream, always look for your underlying problem. Is it fine lines? Is it pigmentation? Is it redness? Is it all of the above? If it is fine lines, you want something with retinol geared towards the eyes so it's not going to irritate your eyes. And I love this one by Kate Somerville, her retinol eye cream. I think it is great. I love the metal applicator tip, and I like how easily applied it is along the eyes. Then we have La Roche-Posay's Redermic R-Eyes Retinol Eye Cream, which is another alternative for a retinol eye cream as well. And then there is one by Neocutis, their illuminating and tightening eye cream that has a little bit of caffeine that can help to depuff and brighten around the eyes. This is one that is often sold in doctor's offices because a lot of physicians tend to like Neocutis. I have patients who have tried it and they have liked it as well. But I think if you are somebody who is puffy and looking to brighten around your eyes, it might be worth your while. Now let's jump into moisturizers. Ambreolis is one of my favorite moisturizers when it goes from winter into spring, summer, because as the air gets less dry and more humid, it is much more lightweight and acts like a beautiful primer. I have this one by Ambreolis, and I have a green tab because I love it, but I want to show it to you guys. It has a very light scent, but it does not bother me. It is not annoying whatsoever, and it really is the perfect base before applying any sort of sunscreen or makeup. I really, really like it. It's very, very, very lightweight. Weleda Skin Food is one of the staples. If you know me, you know that I love Weleda Skin Food. I used to have it here. I don't have their old one. I have their Weleda Sheer Hydration Moisture Mist. So I closed the door because my husband is now on a phone call and he only knows how to do it on speakerphone. But Weleda Skin Food is a thick ointment that I absolutely love. And there's a technique that I guess, termed called lip basting, where we put a really thick layer of Weleda or an alternative on our lips and allow it to melt into the mucous membranes of our lips. That is part 2 of part 1, and one day I will do a full video on my lip basting technique and the philosophy behind it. But I love Weleda. It's one of those really tried and true. Then we have Triple Lipid by SkinCeuticals. I have it right here. I think this is probably an empty, half empty because I've practically used it, but it's a very thick cream. It feels like a whipped cream. It's really, really beautiful. One for winter for sure, maybe a little too thick for the summer, but always good for the neck because you really want to make sure you are hydrating the skin of your neck as it is thinner and has less oil glands. And then we have La Roche-Posay's Toleriane Double Repair Face Moisturizer, which is also a beautiful moisturizer, or their Cicaplast Baume B5. But their Cicaplast Baume B5, I based my whole face in it. I put a thick layer of it all over my face, and I will do a whole video for the lips and face one day. Maybe that's what I'll do next, where I show you guys what I do at night. And I love it because it has zinc in it, and the zinc has anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are inflamed from being dry, etc., it's definitely a good product to throw on and to use as well. I think he left. The lighting was much better when the door was open, and so was the echo. But the Cicaplast Baume B5 is one of my favorite ones. No matter your skin tone, I think you use it at night, and do not be afraid to look zinky or like with a white cast, because you're going to sleep. And in the morning, you can wash it off. All right, I wouldn't advise you to do this in the morning when you're about to start your day, because it can definitely leave a white cast. So that is my last moisturizer of choice. And then we have sunscreens. So I have a bunch by Supergoop over there. And ironically, I do not have my glow screen. And my glow screen is my favorite one because I look like a disco ball when I use it, and I hardly use any makeup whatsoever. But I left it in my office, and so unfortunately I do not have it here. I also love Supergoop's Play Everyday Sunscreen, and I'll show it to you. Which is also very, very easy, lightweight. And if your face can tolerate it, I would say tolerate it on your face as well. I personally cannot really tolerate very easily chemical sunscreens around my eyes. I'm extremely sensitive and I get watery, but it's nice, it's elegant, it melts into your skin and then it disappears. And then we have SkinCeuticals Physical Fusion UV Defense. So this is by SkinCeuticals. This is a physical one. You see how light that is? It does feel a little bit oily when you first apply it, but it dries very quickly and turns matte. So for somebody who is looking for a physical sunscreen that is very light in weight, this is probably my favorite one. I tell you guys, I know the tint is not universal. I recognize that. But I think their tinted one is better than, ooh, almost fell off the couch, than their white one, because the white one does leave much more of a white cast compared to the tinted one. And then the Color Science, they have a sun-forgettable protection brush, which is actually great for when you're on the go. The applicator is not my favorite because you do have to kind of tap, tap, tap before you can get some powder out. But it's one of those that are great when you're out and about. Just make sure you clean the brush every once in a while because that can be unhygienic. And then we have Elta MD. Everybody loves Elta MD. They have their UV Clear Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 46, which is probably my favorite one of theirs. This is Elta MD's UV Clear, and this is their Broad Spectrum SPF 46. It's more of a reddish undertone. So again, I think this is a trial and error where you're gonna have to mix and match to see what works best for you. But when in doubt, if you want something that does not have any sort of appearance on your skin, quote unquote classic chemical sunscreens are your best bet as they are more cosmetically elegant. Now, let's talk about devices. We have our NuFace device, which looks like a pair of silver balls, and I will grab it. Literally silver balls. And the way you use this, and I'm not going to do it now because I have makeup on, is you use an ultrasound conducting gel. They sell their hyaluronic acid gel, and I'm not a big fan of it at all. I actually find it to be extremely tacky. So I just use a $1 ultrasound gel from Amazon. It's probably the only thing beauty related that I buy on Amazon. And you just work your way up, 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 up. And the Zip is another device, which I also have, but it's currently in its box over here, which also works similarly to the NuFace. Now, here's the deal with these devices. If you don't use them, they're not going to work. So if you're going to invest at least $300 in them, then use them every day. Personally, if you're not going to use it, it's not worth it. Instead, go in office and get an Althera and do that once every 2 years, or get a Thermage. But if you're dedicated to your face and to the craft, then it is worth it. You will have changes over time to help with tightening. I don't love doing it because I find it annoying to use the gel, then to have washed my face and to do my skincare, etc., etc. They claim that their gel is better because it gets absorbed better in the skin and it's loaded with HA, but I don't care for it because I don't care for HA. Then we have makeup, We have Revitalash Advanced Eyelash Conditioner, which is great. And then we have Kevin Aucoin's Precision Brow Pen. And I'll show you guys. I'm sitting now on the chair. I love Kevin Aucoin's pen. I dropped the cap, but it is a very thin tipped pen, as you guys can see. And it helps to really fill in the holes in your eyebrows. So this is a great product if you're looking. The other way I use this is, I am not a big makeup person. So what I do is I quickly go sometimes like that to give my eyes some depth, because I don't know how to use eyeshadow so much. I literally just put one swoop of eyeshadow. And last, hair. Hairy Josh. I discovered Hairy Josh when I did my reaction video to Irina Shaykh's routine. So something came out of that reaction video. But this is their brush. It is a soft handle, which just feels nice to hold. And it is soft bristles that basically you don't feel are tugging or pulling at your hair. So if you're somebody who is losing hair, this is one that actually feels very nice, very easy, and it can give you a nice little scalp massage in the process where you don't feel you're breaking your hair. But I love this brush and I do use it. Thank you, Irina, and your morning routine Vogue video. And then his basically tool, Pro Dryer 2000. I have it, but I don't have it here. I actually have it in my office because I had a event that I used it in the office for. But his hair dryer is a beautiful hair dryer. It is pretty as well. And honestly, if you have all of these tools, why not actually make them aesthetically appealing to look at? So that's my Dermstore roundup. I feel like I have been speaking nonstop. So on that note, I hope you guys have a great time shopping. I hope this video was helpful and I hope it allows you to make some educated decisions. And this way you know what you're buying and you're buying things that are well worth your money at a discount. I am Dr. Shereene Idriss and have a great weekend and happy holidays.